Have you ever found yourself in a relationship where you feel constantly belittled, manipulated, and constantly questioning your own sanity? If so, you might have been a victim of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse is a unique form of emotional and mental abuse perpetrated by individuals who lack empathy and have a distorted sense of self-importance. It's a term that encapsulates the manipulative tactics narcissists use to control and demean their victims, often leaving them feeling worthless and isolated. These individuals are not your run-of-the-mill selfish people. No, narcissists are in a league of their own. They possess an inflated sense of importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. Their tactics are not always obvious and may involve gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation, where the abuser makes the victim question their own reality. It's like a mental game of chess, where the narcissist is always several steps ahead, leaving the victim feeling confused and disoriented. Some signs of narcissistic abuse include constant criticism, a sense of entitlement, manipulation, and a lack of empathy towards others. They may also exhibit a pattern of idealizing and devaluing their victims, a cycle that leaves the victim feeling constantly on edge. To complicate matters, narcissists are often charming and charismatic, adept at drawing people into their web. They can make you feel special, only to use your vulnerabilities against you later. It's a cruel game, a dance of manipulation and control. Understanding narcissistic abuse is crucial because it can happen to anyone, in any relationship. It could be a partner, a parent, a friend, or a colleague. The key is to recognize the signs, to understand that it's not about you, but about their need for control and dominance. Recognizing narcissistic abuse is the first step towards healing. It's a difficult journey, but remember, you are not alone. Narcissistic abuse leaves deep emotional scars. It's more than just a bruised ego. It's a systematic destruction of a person's self-esteem and self-worth. The psychological, emotional, and even physical effects of narcissistic abuse are profound and far-reaching. Imagine a spider web, where each thread represents a different aspect of your life. Narcissistic abuse is like a destructive force that hits right at the heart of this web, shaking every thread and causing a ripple effect that touches every part of your existence. One of the most insidious aspects of narcissistic abuse is trauma bonding. This is a psychological response where the abused person feels a strong emotional attachment to their abuser. It's a survival mechanism, a twisted form of Stockholm syndrome, where the captive begins to identify with and even care for their captor. This bond can make it incredibly difficult for victims to break free from the cycle of abuse. Gaslighting is another common tactic used by narcissists. It's a form of psychological manipulation where the abuser makes the victim question their own reality, memory, or perceptions. The term comes from the 1944 film Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's going insane. Gaslighting can leave victims feeling disoriented, confused, and doubting their own sanity. Let's talk about the cycle of abuse. It typically starts with the idealization phase, where the narcissist puts you on a pedestal, making you feel special and loved. But then comes the devaluation phase, where they start to criticize, belittle, and demean you. This is followed by the discard phase, where they may ignore you, cheat, or even leave. But then, they often hoover you back in, making grand promises of change, and the cycle starts anew. These cycles can leave victims feeling like they're on a never-ending roller coaster of emotions, causing significant distress and damage to their mental and emotional health. The effects of narcissistic abuse can be devastating, but understanding them can help you start the process of healing. Healing from narcissistic abuse is not a linear process, but a journey. It's about regaining your self-worth and reclaiming your life. The first step towards healing is acknowledging the abuse. It's recognizing that what you experienced was not your fault, nor a reflection of your worth. It's understanding that the narcissist's actions were a result of their own insecurities and failings, not yours. The road to recovery often begins with seeking professional help. Therapists trained in trauma recovery can provide you with the tools and insights needed to navigate this healing process. They can help you understand the patterns of narcissistic abuse and guide you in establishing healthy emotional boundaries. Setting boundaries is an essential part of recovery. It's about defining your personal space and asserting your right to it. Narcissists often blur or completely disregard these lines. By setting firm boundaries, you protect yourself from further harm and send a clear message that you value and respect yourself. Self-care is another crucial element in healing from narcissistic abuse. It's about nurturing your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This could mean anything from taking a relaxing bath, going for a walk in nature, to practicing mindfulness or meditation. It's about doing things that make you feel good and help you reconnect with your inner self. A support system plays a pivotal role in the healing process. This could be friends, family, or a support group of individuals who've had similar experiences. They can provide you with emotional support, validation, and a sense of belonging. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. There are many others who've walked this path and have come out stronger on the other side. The healing journey can be a long one, and it's important to be patient with yourself. There may be days when the pain feels unbearable, when the memories seem too vivid. But remember, it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to grieve, but don't let these moments define you. Instead, let them be a reminder of your strength, of your resilience. Remember that with each passing day, you're moving further away from the abuse and closer towards healing. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. They're part of the journey. Each setback is an opportunity for learning and growth. It's an opportunity to reassess your boundaries, to strengthen your self-care practices, and to lean on your support system. And lastly, always remember that you are worthy of love, respect, and kindness. You are worthy of a life free from abuse. You are worthy of healing. Healing takes time. It's okay to have setbacks. What's important is that you keep moving forward. In the aftermath of narcissistic abuse, you may find an unexpected outcome, growth. Now you might be thinking, growth? After all that I've been through? Yes, indeed. It's called post-traumatic growth, a term coined by psychologists to describe the positive psychological change experienced as a result of adversity and other challenges. It's the proverbial silver lining, the phoenix rising from the ashes of trauma. Post-traumatic growth isn't about forgetting or minimizing the pain of the abuse. It's about recognizing that through this pain, you've gained a new understanding of yourself and the world around you. It's about acknowledging that you are not the same person you were before the abuse. You're stronger, more resilient, and equipped with a deeper understanding of your capabilities. You see, when you've lived through narcissistic abuse, you've been tested in ways many people can't even begin to comprehend. You've had to wrestle with your self-worth, your beliefs, your boundaries, even your sanity. And yet, here you are, standing, surviving, and ready to thrive. This growth isn't automatic, though. It requires reflection and conscious effort. You have to be willing to face your experiences, to learn from them, to use them as a stepping stone towards a stronger self. It's a journey, and like any journey, it's filled with ups and downs, detours, and roadblocks. But with each step, you're moving forward, building resilience, and finding your strength. Some of the most common areas of post-traumatic growth include increased personal strength, changed priorities, improved relationships, a greater appreciation for life, and a deepened spirituality. Every survivor's journey is unique, but the potential for growth is a universal possibility. In the face of narcissistic abuse, you've been challenged in unimaginable ways. But remember, the same fire that melts the butter forges the steel. You've been through the fire and come out the other side, not as a victim, but as a survivor, stronger and more resilient than ever before. In the face of adversity, growth is possible. You are stronger than you think. Narcissistic abuse is a complex form of psychological and emotional manipulation that can leave deep scars. It's a tumultuous storm that can upend lives, leaving devastation in its wake. But amidst the wreckage, there lies an opportunity. An opportunity to heal, to grow, and to reclaim your sense of self. Healing, as we've discussed, is a journey. It's not a race nor a competition. Everyone heals in their own time and in their own way. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to heal, only your way. It's important to understand the power of rumination and its role in your healing process. It's a natural response to trauma, but it doesn't have to control your life. And finally, let's not forget about post-traumatic growth. The strength that you can gain from this experience is immeasurable. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. There is help, there is hope, and there is a path to healing.